Hi, I'm JD Smith, the founder of Bold Black Billionaire. Our mission is to help 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, people who have received a sizable inheritance, and new high net worth individuals figure out where to put that profit you have accumulated in order to build a legacy of prosperity. My goal is to transform you from being a money earner to a money creator. By increasing the billionaire class, we can uplift communities worldwide. Let's get started. Most people don't know this, but technically, success is determined by your worldview. If you see states and countries and borders, then you have put yourself in a box of boundaries. But if you understand that the world is just a cluster of markets, then you will have no barriers to anything you want to accomplish in life. This understanding separates the private wealth investor from the average investor. Let's talk a little bit about the mindset of the average investor. The average investor looks at the stock market as a place to just get extra money. Also, the average investor is taught the concept of delayed gratification, i.e., live off the market tomorrow. The average investor is mainly taught this mindset through the retirement system. The system teaches you that it's okay to work hard now and live a comfortable life in your later years. While delayed gratification, or DG, works on your behalf, you can use another trick to boost your wealth today. One, you can use your disposable income, or i.e., the money you have left over after you pay your bills and expenses. You can use your disposable income to invest now and gain in the midterm and long term. Or you can subscribe to our monthly Invest Black Premium newsletter, where I give you a detailed breakdown of innovative Black-owned businesses and various companies around the world that you can invest in. Also, we will do educational deep dives into the world of private wealth markets and investing so you can become your own pro. Click on the link below to get started. Side note, I wrote an article a few years back titled The Game of Retirement, where I break down the origins of the concept of retirement. Most people don't know that the retirement movement began around the 1800s, and it evolved around the 1960s in America. I will put a link in the description so you guys can check that out. Overall, being the average investor limits your options of success if you stay in your place. Now, let's talk about the private wealth investors' mindset about the markets. The private wealth investor looks at the markets as a place to raise capital and create money. Basically, the high net worth individual lives off the market today by raising cash or borrowing against their investment portfolios because it has value. Your delayed gratification is helping them get rich today. By now, you might be asking, how does the private wealth investor raise cash through financial markets? Technique number 1, debt markets. Private wealth investors that own businesses can offer bonds to investors and pay them back with interest. Technique number 2, equity markets. Private wealth investors can offer shares in exchange for capital, i.e., money designated for investing in a company they own and control. If you are not at the top of the private wealth investor pyramid, but you still own shares in private companies, there is a third way that you can utilize to raise cash. To find out what that technique is, subscribe to the Invest Black Premium newsletter. We will be breaking that down very soon. There's this one wealth building strategy that has received a lot of attention lately. It's called asset-backed or security-backed loans. A security-backed loan is you basically borrowing a bunch of cash from a bank at a very low interest rate, and you not really having to pay that loan back. This loan is part of a bigger wealth strategy called buy, borrow, and die, which means you can borrow all you want, but you don't ever have to pay it back. When you pass away, the responsibility of loan repayment falls on your heirs, to which they can just keep on borrowing anyway. These loans are typically used for starting a business, acquiring more assets, emergency cash flow, living off of so you don't spend all of your money, and going to Disney World on someone else's dime. I'm quite serious about that last one. Some of the top benefits are you don't need good credit because the assets or stocks in your portfolio serves as the collateral. You benefit from a low interest rate on paying it back. There are very lax payment terms. You don't have to sell your stocks to get that capital. You don't pay income tax on a loan because it's debt. And your stock portfolio will increase in value over time, so you kind of still gain anyway. Here's something to keep in mind. Private wealth investors are fully aware that there is different levels of debt. Something like a security-backed loan is considered as good debt because you can gain way more than you borrow. Unlike auto loans and in student loan debt and like payday loans, which is all bad debt. One last thing I realized about private wealth investors. We usually get to sleep good at night because we typically invest in the type of assets that nobody can easily steal. See, poor people carry or wear their wealth on them, and so they're the ones that are usually always getting robbed. Where wealthy people, it's going to be very hard to steal and sell a Lamborghini. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, or a luxury piece of artwork, or precious metals. We typically keep those stored away inside a high secured vault, so you can't really access them. This is not a movie. Nobody is really going to try to take them. All right, thank you guys for checking out this video. You already know. Share the video, subscribe, click on the notification so you can stay in tune and continue to learn about how you can take advantage of opportunities and education in the private wealth space. All right.